What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I am Peter Parkour of the Distorted Theorists, and I am here today to watch with you and react to an extended look of Ballerina from the world of John Wick. Now, before I get into any of all this stuff and start waxing melodic about Ballerina and John Wick, I want to take the time to make sure that if you are new to the channel, you hit that subscribe button because we are still on the way to 10,000 subscribers. We're hoping to hit that number before Sci-Fi on the Rock 2025. And if you are returning to the channel, we want to make sure that you are hitting that share, like, and telling your friends to subscribe. And then everyone can just come to the comment section and roast me because I'm sure I'm going to say something wrong or get on someone's nerves because I'm the guy on the left. Now, enough of that. Let's get into Ballerina. So, Ballerina is something that I didn't think that it was going to be as popular as it was. When they first announced it, like from the world of John Wick, I didn't know at the time where John Wick was going. I think it was announced following John Wick 3. I was like, well, it's supposed to be a show, and then they ended up turning it into a movie. And then John Wick 4 happened, and there was the ending of John Wick 4. And I was like, well, where are they going to go from here? And then they announced that it was a prequel of sorts. And Justin and I reacted to the trailer a little while ago, the teaser trailer, which I really, really enjoyed. It kind of blew me away because the action of John Wick, it's not unparalleled, but in terms of pop culture and just where it is, it's there. You're seeing gunfights, you're seeing explosions, car chases, horse chases, motorcycle chases, katanas, blades, fist fight. It's just all through it, and it's nonstop, and I love it. And that was what the first trailer for Ballerina. And I mean, I don't know, were the Distorted Theorists, I don't know, were we noticed a little bit for our reaction video? Could it lead to specific things happening? I don't know. We're still waiting to hear back from it. But I would definitely say that we could benefit from some product placement at any time. I'm sure that wouldn't be very ethical if we just kept throwing in different products. Sweet zero sugar holiday punch. Really hits the spot. Anyways, enough about that crap. Ballerina follows Ana de Armas's character. I'm not sure if it mentioned her name in the first trailer, who she actually is, but we're very aware that she is a ballerina that is most likely working out of the people that sheltered and helped raise John Wick when he was leading up to becoming Baba Yaga. There was a number of massive action sequences that we saw in the first trailer, and Ana de Armas, she does great. She did well in the James Bond. Was she in Not Die Another Day. No Time to Die. She was either in that one or the one before. I can't remember. I really enjoyed her in Knives Out. She was great in Battle Angel. There's been a couple of other things that I've seen her in that I can't really recall off the top of my head. A couple of other action things, I'm sure. But anyways, she's great. She definitely has that femme fatale way about her for sure. And again, it's a John Wick film. Everything's going to be going off. I'm a big fan of John Wick. And eventually I'm just going to sit down and watch all of them again and again and again. And so I can figure out the choreography. I'm not really going to figure out the choreography, but it's just so good. Anyways, I'm just kind of rambling at this point. So I'm just kind of starving for time right now, but I really want to get into this extended look at Ballerina. I know this is more of a look at Ana de Armas's character and maybe growth. But you know what? There's only one way to really figure it out, and that's to get into this. So without further ado, let's dive into the extended look of the Ballerina trailer or footage. So I can just stop talking and then start talking more about things. I don't know where I'm going with this. Let's get into it. There's the Ballerina.
Action.
So this is going to be a bit of the
fascinating
behind the
things in the
scenes.
franchise to me is the world creation.
Oh, there he is.
Ballerina gave us a chance to explore that world.
Oh, yeah, so we get a little more of Keanu.
Doing what you do.
This is so good. Vicious.
Looks like you already have.
When I got the opportunity or the offer, it was really inspiring.
Lean into your strengths.
So we're still good. Oh, yeah.
I'm actually surprised that I came out of it in one piece.
When I read the script,
Oh, Lance.
I didn't think you could find a way to expand the world in a way that felt completely different and at the same time completely connected.
Oh, there we go.
Welcome to the Continental. But they did.
Oh, nice. Didn't realize they were going to use Tiny Dancer.
Female John Wick.
She's her own. She should be her own
This is a
character.
story about Eve coming into it from the beginning.
I was excited. I was nervous. I was worried.
I don't know why she'd be worried.
It's a challenge.
I mean, I can get it, but
That's cool.
it's
But a hell
showing
of a lot
really
of
well.
The way the
Oh, wow.
fights are built, you have to be prepared for whatever they
You
throw
gotta
at
have
you.
that lower body strength to get those quick movements, too.
It was a kind of discipline, physical and mental, that I
This is
didn't
before
know
she
before.
has her tattoo.
She's balls out. Just
Norman.
fearless.
The action is incredible.
Well, it does. They're not
It's a really
wrong.
high bar. You have to bring your A game.
I remember the first time I saw Keanu flick a cartridge out of a pistol.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh my God, rewind, rewind.
John Wick is the Baba Yaga.
The Baba Yaga.
She's the baby Yaga.
You have no idea what you just walked into.
So again,
The
is
flamethrower
he...
scene is insane. I think I burned 106 people.
Good girl. Perfect.
I only cried with the first man. The other
Oh, it's
105.
like a
that was
legit
fun.
flamethrower. It's not just an effect.
Fans are gonna love what Anna does and how she plays this character.
The overall goal was to give John Wick action.
When she lands,
When
I
you're
wonder if
watching
that's
with an
her or if
audience
that's
and the
her
place
double.
goes nuts.
Because she lands so often.
That's a great experience.
That was amazing.
Oh yeah, she looks like she's having fun. Okay, very cool. So this didn't really show us a whole lot more of what we already knew. I guess there was a little bit more extrapolation into the story following Eve. I'm not sure if they mentioned her name in the first trailer. That's on me. But yeah, so Eve is kind of coming in. They say this is not a John Wick. She's not girl John Wick. She's not Jane Wick. This is her own story, and she's coming into it on her own. John Wick is involved in some way, shape, or form. So I'm wondering if this is a parallel, if this is just kind of like just going like John Wick's doing his own thing, and this is at the same time. As much as they said it's a prequel, there's obviously stuff beforehand. And then we got to see, they were chatting with Lance Reddick, who is, I can't remember his name from the show, but he is the concierge. He might just be known as concierge. I can't remember. And it's unfortunate that we won't be seeing much more of Lance Reddick due to his untimely passing. But, you know, this is, I'm sure they're not going to ruin his legacy with Ballerina. And we saw a little bit more chatting with Norman Reedus. So I don't know if Norman is, we're on a first name basis, if he's the antagonist, the villain, or if he's just kind of a blip on the way and he helps her along to figure out whatever the story is. We saw a couple of action sequences there. Now we saw at one point where she's getting her tattoo. So I don't know if that's at the end, if that's when she's fully part of the crew or whatever, but we did see a part when she goes into a club and she's wearing that red dress. She takes off her coat. She doesn't have that tattoo on. So obviously that's, well, one would assume that's beforehand. So I don't know if this takes place like over the course of days, weeks, months, years. I think the entire plot of John Wick 1 to the end of 4, I think is something like 2 or 3 weeks. I think something along those lines. So I don't know if this is across a much bigger facade for sure. And regardless, like I will always say about John Wick movies, because each one has proven themselves to me, I'm interested. My interest has been piqued. When is this coming out? I think it's coming out in June as well, right around the same time as if you've watched my previous video, which you should have, for 28 years later. So June could be a busy month for at least myself. But this on a clearly, as the director and the producers and a couple of the other people I was saying, she's embracing this role. She had a lot of fun in it. She was very nervous about it. And the reason that she's nervous about it is because she wasn't sure. I mean, at least I'd be nervous because can I pay the proper amount of respect towards the role? I'm coming in at the end of it. I haven't allowed the character to grow within the universe. So she's coming in, I guess, hopefully in the middle. I don't know. But she's clearly having fun. She says herself, I enjoyed this. I only burned 104 people during the flamethrower sequence. So there's a lot not to be desired, but there's a lot to be seen in this movie. And as always, when it comes to, there's so many cuts in these John Wick films that is just, what was that? It was too fast. Go back. You can't do it. You're already in the theater. It's already happened. She's flicked the magazine out. What's going? There's just stuff going on all the time, and I can't wait to go see it. And I hope that when I go see it, we're able to get in more of a discussion, because you guys are going to comment on it. We're going to be able to talk about it, especially after we do our theater. Our theater following review. I don't know really what to call it. Basically, after the movie, we go and do a quick review of it, as you should know. But that's it. That's all I'm going to talk about Ballerina for now. I'm eagerly waiting a second trailer, or a third, or a fourth, or a fifth. How many trailers they want to throw at me? There can't be too much to a story and a plot in terms of Ballerina. Same thing with John Wick. They killed his dog. Bad things happen following that. So in terms of this, she's mad for whatever reason. So beyond that, I'm going to leave it there. So to reiterate what I talked about at the beginning of the video, we are still trying to hit 10,000 subscribers before Sci-Fi on the Rock 2025. So make sure, if you are new to the channel, to hit that subscribe and tell your friends to subscribe. If you are returning to the channel, make sure to hit that share, like, comment down below, and tell your friends to subscribe, comment, share, like, do all the things, because I want to talk about John Wick. I want to talk about Ballerina. I want to talk about Ana de Armas. And I just want to talk about it. Tell me what you think. Anyways, from the Distorted Theorists, I'm Peter Parkour, and like we always say around here, keep it real.